Touhou's got some music, a few crisp songs, 806. Touhou music is the reason I and many others dove into this wacky fandom, and it continues to be probably the main reason I come back. The atmosphere creation and world building in the series wouldn't really work without it, and boy does the fanbase love to use these songs. Before I get into it, I didn't initially want to make this video as it was kind of a touchy subject, but the last week or so changed my mind, so why not have a healthy discussion about it like adults? We're all adults, right guys? Also, as a quick disclaimer, this video is intended for educational and commentary purposes only. All Touhou project content is owned by Team Shanghai Alice. No copyright infringement is intended, and this video falls under fair use as defined by copyright law. And don't harass or go after any of the people in this video. I'm not trying to offend or disparage anyone. I'm just going to present the unbiased facts that we know. You know, don't shoot the messenger, and also don't chase down the one the messenger talks about. For years, fans have set Touhou music to animations, story, passion projects. Ronald McDonald falling off that chair will forever stay with me till I die. In the early days, that's all the fandom was built on, was creative uses of those original Touhou songs. Look at Bad Apple, Cerno's Perfect Maths Class. I mean, the list is probably as long as Santa's. Now, Zun's policy on Touhou music has always been a bit more lenient than most game series devs. Specifically, he had a more permissive approach where fan creations using his intellectual property were encouraged to use the characters, the music, and the world for non-commercial purposes aside from fan games, which he apparently allowed. So you could use these amazing assets to let your creativity go wild, and this in turn grew the series' popularity exponentially as fans were spreading the good word of Touhou far faster than the main series could. The main point is that from the beginning, since Zun started, Touhou was a doujin game series, which is independent and built on the will and love for and by the fandom. Its very foundation is sharing interests and hobbies. This is what set it apart, and what still does. At the same time as all that, there's still always been guidelines for Touhou material and its use, one being your fan content should never have anything that is extracted from the official Touhou project games. Now we enter the weird world of current day YouTube, where copyright is about as clear cut as Shrek's swamp. Here we have animations, passion projects, and music re-uploads. Yeah, for ages the fandom has been ripping soundtracks from the games and uploading them in full to the site for people to listen to. That was just the way of things for ages. You know, you'll have full playlists of Touhou 8's OSTs extended for 20 minutes alongside their official MIDI versions, and it was all publicly available on YouTube, despite Zun's guidelines saying you can't be doing that. People used these videos for studying and putting on in the background, and many popular community channels appeared in the English Touhou YouTube scene. Kafu Hearn, Scarlet Flame Flandre, Yuki, Tono Uchiha, absolute classics among the early Touhou YouTube era. It's an ongoing thing, but how do you apply that Touhou guideline about not using any assets from the games to the hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of YouTube videos out there? And where do you draw the line? Can you use a cutout of Reimu's head from Touhou 6? Back to the music, enter Right Scale. Some of you may remember these guys caused a stir a few years back when they started copyright claiming only specific songs from the games, particularly Flandre's theme for some reason. But mostly they were brought in for fan arrangements like Cool and Create and other doujin circles, which were also often used in the official fighting games. It was a way to handle claims for doujin music distribution, so things got a little tighter for Touhou music uploaders, but still okay. You know, the creativity was still flowing, you know. Business was booming. I think it started further back, but at least with these recent official games, in the first few months after release, channels that straight up uploaded the full OSTs from the new games started getting their uploads claimed. That just meant they made no money off the songs, of course, and they were still up on YouTube for all to enjoy. Now smash cut to the release of Touhou 20, and instead of just a claim on the OST upload, the whole channel is nuked. And that happened to someone I mentioned earlier, Kafu Hearn. Now in my opinion it was kind of sad to see them go, as they've been around so long. It looks like the policy of no full re-uploads of the music from the games is starting to be enforced fully. A change allegedly brought about by Zun's manager. Or lawyer, I don't know. Now, I won't say much, and again, don't go running to this guy's Twitter or anything stupid. It's just IMO a shame to see a channel that was the hub of community discussion and love for the game's music like Kafu Hearn get obliterated. And yes, the guidelines are meant to be enforced, but again, in my opinion, it's just a real shame. Especially when you think about the impact the fandom has in spreading these games, you know? Anyway, I think there were a few more takedowns of re-uploaders, and the official OSTs are starting to be uploaded by Zun and his team on YouTube. And as far as I'm aware, that's where the story sits. Touhou music is the reason I love this series so much. It shaped my tastes, and I'll always love Zun's timeless melodies and creative ideas. And just like a living, breathing fandom, YouTube's landscape morphs and shapes itself to continuously find new ways to enjoy the series' content. And hopefully that never changes. So what do you all think? I know it's kind of a jumbled mess, but I thought it was worth having a healthy discussion about. Thanks for watching, lads. Subscribe for more epic videos, and Enjoy yourself today. The world's not all doom and gloom, you know? Things always get better. Okay. Adios. Bye-bye.